Hello guys, it's Damian here, nice to see you in the next video. In this video I would like to prove that the founding accounts are the big lie. Let's go. A lot of students is coming to me with the question, Damian, is it possible that with your education I will pass the exam? Or a lot of people are coming to me with the hope that one day they will pass the exams for all of this founded accounts. So I was skeptic if we talk about this kind of making money process, but because of the fact that a lot of people came to me and I got a lot of questions about it, I made a decision to try. And I found some good prop trading firm and I opened an account, I registered myself, and I found one of the company from the recommendation to save the time and not googling a lot. I registered there and made a decision to pass the exam and get the founded account. So what I did actually, I started with the phase number 1, where the goal was to hit the target of the 10% of the account. So here is the statement in front of you. From today, from February, you can see my name and surname here, account number, information that this is a demo account. This is how procedure looks like. At the beginning you have to pass the first, let's say, challenge at the demo account, sometimes the second phase on the demo account as well, and after that you are able to get a real account. So let me go to the point. I started this challenge actually on 3rd of January, after the new year, and within 2 weeks, because as you can see there are all of my trades I made, I passed the first challenge 2 weeks later, not even 2 weeks later, because I passed the exam, the phase number 1, on 12th, so it took me 9 days, okay, with minus weekend, so approximately 7, 8, something like this. And in total I applied for a $25,000 account, so my first point was to hit the target of 10% or 8%, something like this. In total I made 49 transactions. I had 75%, 75 and a half successful trades, so 37 of them I closed with the profit and just 12 of them I closed with the minus. And it was, let's say, really easy because I made the analysis. You know that I'm a trader since 2016. I have my own account, a big one, over 600,000, close to almost 700,000 right now. So it was kind of the additional stuff for me. I didn't focus on that too much because I was focused on my account. I will show you the results from January at the end of this video. So after that, the procedure is very simple. They send me an email with congratulations that I passed the challenge number 1, and I received the details to log into the second demo account where I get the target to hit 5%. And I started, as you can see on the top of on the screen, there is again my name, surname, information that there is a challenge phase number 2, account number, the date, and all of this stuff, like usual when you take out the statement. So I started the second stage the same day, on 12th January 2024, and I finished this on 1st February 2024. So it took me approximately 19 days to pass this challenge. And as you can see here, I made way more transaction because over 100, it's total 135. I had 94 successful trades and 42 I closed with the minus, which my total percentage of profitable transactions is close to 70%. But I need to tell you something, that the step number 2 was terrible for me. Why? Because you have some rules you have to follow. The rules are connected with the daily drawdown and maximum drawdown. So why this 1 month of passing these challenges was terrible for me? First of all, you know that I have my knowledge and I'm using this knowledge every day, and I feel flexible with using my knowledge, and I have my business plan and all of the rules set for my let's say way of trading. But here, when you are asking or you are applying for those kind of the accounts, you have the specific rules. And the worst rule for me was connected with the daily drawdown, because the daily drawdown couldn't be or can't be bigger than just a 5% of your account, and it's also connected with the floating. So to be honest, even if I opened a lot of transactions and the market on the long term went in my direction, I didn't have a chance to close some of my transactions, especially that I'm a hedge master. As you can check on my Instagram, I created the strategy based on hedging. So sometimes imagine the curiosity of the situation that I open the transaction, for example for sell, I secure my sell with the buy stop, the price went higher, so I have a buy open with the profit, and I couldn't close this profit from my buy because already the floating would be higher than 5% of my account. So a few days ago it pissed me off actually, so I closed all of the transaction because, you know, I was focused more on calculating if I will not cross the drawdown instead of being focused on what the chart is showing and how to play this charts. So that's why I think it's a big lie, because imagine that I applied for a $25,000 account. By the way, I passed this exam, okay? And I got the details already to log into my real account, but here is the thing, that I don't want to do this because it's pointless for me. I got an account for $25,000 with the daily drawdown of 5%, so that means that I cannot use more of this money than $1,250. So why the fuck I have all of the rest 24,000? It's pointless because the rules are very strict. Once you close this daily drawdown, even if it will be just 1 cent or 10 cents, I'm not talking even about $1, you fail. And this is the business hidden behind it. The business is about selling opportunities to pass the exam. Imagine that I spent $250 for that. And because of this way of making money is so famous these days, imagine that 100,000 people applied for that. So the total profit for the company that is offering those kind of solutions, it's over $2 million. And after that, imagine with these strict rules, if you don't have the proper knowledge, if you don't have the proper education, if you don't understand what does it mean to have a floating or to have a drawdown which is connected with your floating, how many of them will pass this exam after that? 1%, 2%, 5%? So have a look. This business model is amazing, but only for those who created that. For you as a trader, it's extremely uncomfortable. As I told you, instead of doing trading the way I like, I had to focus on the maths and calculation to do not cross this fucking floating. So it was nice experience for me. Okay, if someone will come to me, I would say that I did it already, I passed this exam, but I'm not going to touch this real account for sure, because it's pointless for me, because the reality is simple. I have $25,000 account, or even easier example. Imagine that you have $10,000 accounts with the daily drawdown on 5%. So 5% from $10,000 is $500. So it doesn't matter what you do, you have just $500 available on your account. It's way easier to open your own account and put the deposit of $500. After that, go learn how to trade, get the proper education, the skills, master the skills, and after that you will be able to make much more money than here using those kind of the companies. So let's say compare my results to those what I hit inside of this challenge. Let's call it challenge. I told you that I was doing this on the side because I was focused on my main account. So when I log into my account, take the history, last month, take the report, save it. So after that you will be able to read it. As you can see, it's my name, surname, information is the same, account number I'm showing everywhere, information that it's real, and the current time as well. Let's go to the bottom, and as you can see, in total I made just 50 transactions, but these 50 transactions brought me $32,000 with the percentage of successful trade at the level of 88%. So I closed 44 from 50 trades in the profit. So I could do that just because I had my flexibility and I could focus on putting my skills into trading how I want and how I'm teaching people, instead of just, all the time being having calculator next to me and make sure that I'm not crossing this fucking drawdown. So it's very simple. The conclusion is very simple. People think that this way of making money using prop accounts, it's fancy, because it's fancy, and a lot of people are going to try to pass this exam. They would like to check if it's possible or not, but the reality is somewhere else. I'm recommending you, instead of being focused on this kind of the shitty stuff, invest in yourself, invest in your education, get the proper knowledge, learn few strategies. I'm not even talking that you have to come to me to learn, but Google the gurus, check if they have results, check if they are open to show the results. After that, get the strategies from them, learn 1, 2, 3, 4 strategies, implement them to your trading, check if this way of trading fits your needs and if it's close to you, because you have to understand that trading must be an inseparable part of your life, otherwise you will always lose the money in the long period of time. And after that, create your own deposit and try by yourself, instead of being, let's say, naive and think that this way of having $100, $200, $300,000 account is real. Because even if you apply for $100,000 account and you have to pay for that over $1,000, and at the end you will be able to use just 5% of this money. I heard about the company which allows you to use only 3% of the money. So imagine that you would be able to use just $3,000 to $5,000. Isn't easier for you to make this money and open your own account and feel flexible with trading? I don't know. Definitely, I prefer my way of trading with my rules I created, with my business plan I'm following, instead of doing those kind of challenges. But at the end, the choice is yours. If you have some question, just feel free to subscribe and put all of your comments below the video.